Good evening, guys. In the last session, we started our discussion related to shell scripting. Scripting is nothing but keeping set of commands in the file and executing. That is called scripting. To execute the script, we are going to use shell. Shell is the mediator between user and kernel. So as we are using shell to execute the script files, it is called as shell scripting. The shell scripting is used to automate our daily routine work. Whatever the work that we are doing manually, that work can be automated by using shell scripting. All right. So every shell script file will start with the shabang. Shabang is used to specify which shell we need to use to process our script files. Right. Writing the shabang is not mandatory, but it is recommended. So yesterday we created some shell script files and we discussed about variables in the shell script. What is the purpose of variables? Variables are used to store the values, guys. So variables will represent the data in the key value format. A is equal to 10. A is a variable, 10 is the value of that variable. When we are working with variables in the shell scripting, there is no concept of data types. Right. We have two types of variables in the shell scripting. One is called system variables. Another one is called user-defined variables. System variables, nothing but the variables which are already defined, which are also called as environment variables. We can also call as predefined variables. Next one, user-defined variables available. The variables which are created by users based on our requirement, those are called as user-defined variables. So user-defined variables we can create permanently as well as we can create temporarily. If you set the variable in the terminal, then that is called temporary variable. If you create the variable permanently by using --rc file, even if you restart the session also, that variable will be available. So for every user in the Linux, --rc will be available. So you can save the changes in that --rc. Then you need to apply that --rc file by using this source command. If you want to set the variables permanently for all the users in the Linux, then cat etc profile file will be available. Okay. So when we are working with variables, some rules we are going to follow. Okay. Variables should not start with the digits and variable name should not contain special symbol. It is recommended to use upper characters for variable names. Instead of writing name in the lowercase, we can write the name in the uppercase. These are the rules that we are going to follow while working with the variables concept. All right. Next one. Today, we are talking about operators in the shell script. Next concept is operators in the shell scripting. What is the purpose of these operators? Operators are used to perform some operation on the variables, right? Operators are used to perform some operation on the variables. For example, I want to perform arithmetic operation. I want to perform comparison operation. Okay, so operators are used to perform some operation on the variables. So here, example, I am having A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. Now I want to perform A plus B. I want to perform sum of two numbers. So for that we are going to use plus operator. Okay. So similarly, I want to perform some relational operation, comparison, whether A is greater than B or not, whether A is equal to B or not. So like this, I want to perform some operation on the data. So to perform operations on the variables, we are going to use a concept called operators concept. Operators are used to perform some operation on the variables concept. All right. So first, let us talk about arithmetic operations. I want to perform some calculations. I want to perform sum of two numbers. Okay. So if you want to perform addition in the shell scripting, if you want to perform the addition in the shell scripting, then you need to use double bracket. Okay. So A plus B. So if you use double brackets, if you go for programming, data types will be available. So directly you can use A plus B or A minus B. But when it comes to the shell scripting, there is no concept of data type. So when you want to perform some arithmetic operation, then you need to use double brackets like this. A is a variable, B is a variable. Now I want to perform sum of these two variables. So for that we are going to use double brackets like this. Same concept is applicable for multiplication, subtraction, division, and modulus also. Double bracket we are going to use to perform operation here. So if I want to perform multiplication, then A multiplied by B. Similarly, subtraction, A minus B. Division, A divided by B. Modulus, A modulus by. So like this you can perform arithmetic operations on the variables. Okay. Now I want to perform sum of two numbers. I want to perform sum of two numbers. So to perform sum of two numbers, how we are going to write our shell script. Okay. So let me write the shell script to perform sum of two numbers. So I will ask user to enter the number. Okay. So first I will write the shabong, which is /bin/bash. So I want to ask the user to enter a number. So for this, I'm going to use echo command, echo, enter first number. Then I want to read that first number. For that, we will use read command, variable name, f number. That is first number. Variable, it is recommended to write uppercase characters. I want to ask the user to enter the second number. So I will use echo command, echo, enter second number. Enter first number and enter second number. So for this we will use read second number. Enter first number and enter second number. Then I want to print the result. Okay. To print the result, echo result. Echo result. So sum of two numbers, arithmetic operation. Okay. So we are going to specify f num plus first number plus second number. So this is the shell script which is used to perform two numbers. Guys, is there any confusion here? Is there any confusion in this shell script, guys? I'm asking them to enter the first number, then I'm asking them to enter the second number. Echo command is just to print the message. To read the actual number from the keyboard, we are using read command. So we are using variables to store the data. F number is one variable, S number is another variable, then echo result, F number plus S number. These two numbers we are adding and we are printing that as a result. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this in our machine. Let me connect with my Linux machine by using git bash. Connected with this machine. Check the shell script files. So there are several shell script files available. Now let me create one more file, bi04 sum.sh. Okay. So in this shell script file, I will keep this script which is used to perform sum of two numbers. Right. Look at the script. Guys, are you able to understand? Are you guys able to understand whatever the script that we are writing? Is it clear for all of you? Is it clear for all of you? Please respond. Very good. Here, dollar is used to access the values of the variables. So yesterday we discussed it, right? Whenever we have a variable, to read the value of the variable, we are going to use the dollar symbol. Okay. How do you access the value of the variable? Echo dollar of variable name. Similarly here, as we are accessing the variables, we are going to use dollar. Now, let me save this script file. Okay, it got saved. ls-l 04 sum.sh script is available. Now let me execute. sh 04 sum.sh. Enter the first number 10. Enter the second number 20. The result we are getting as 30. So we are able to perform sum of two numbers by using our script file. We are able to perform sum of two numbers by using our script file. Are you guys clear with my point? Are you guys clear with my point? Very good. So similarly, you can perform all the arithmetic operations. And remember, this is the syntax that we need to follow when we are performing arithmetic operation in the shell script. Next one. In the shell script, we can use comparison operators also. Arithmetic operators are available. Similarly, we can use comparison operators. So comparison operators nothing but equals. If you want to compare two numbers, two variables, then for that we are going to use equals. So equals will be represented by double equals symbol, then not equal. If you want to check not equals, we will use like this. Okay, so this is the symbol which represents not equals, greater than and less than. These are called as comparison operators. Greater than and less than we can use. All right. Next one. There is a concept called conditional statements. There is a concept called conditional statements. What is the meaning of conditional statements in the shell script? Conditional statements are used to execute our commands based on the condition. Okay. Conditional statements are used to execute our commands based on the condition. So here, let me tell you one simple scenario. So when we go for our applications, okay, if you enter valid credentials, then you can log in. If you enter invalid credentials, it will say error message, invalid credentials. Similarly, so based on condition, I want to execute some statements. Based on the condition, I want to execute the statements. So what is the syntax for the conditional statements? So syntax here, we are going to do like this. If condition 1, if condition 1 is true, then I want to execute statement 1. Okay. If condition 2, if first condition is true, then statement 1 will execute. If condition 2, if condition 2 is true, then statement 2 will be executed. Statement 1 and statement 2. Okay. So if all these say conditions, condition 1 and condition 2 both are failed, then else statement 3 will be executed. Else statement 3 will be executed. At the end, if all the things are completed, if is started, Fi, it will represent end of the if. So we are going to use conditional statements in the shell script. What is the purpose of conditional statements in the shell script? Conditional statements are used to execute our statements or commands based on the condition. Statement 1 is available, statement 2 is available, statement 3 available. So if first condition is true, then only this statement should be executed. If condition 2 is true, then only I want to execute statement 2. If condition 1 and condition 2 is not true, then I want to execute statement 3. So like this, we are going to use conditional statements. Okay. So the people who are having some programming background, for them it is very easy. The people who are not from the programming background, please concentrate. Please concentrate. Please concentrate. What is conditional statements here? Conditional statements are used to execute commands based on condition. So if, elif, else we are using. If, elif, else we are using. If first condition is true, then execute statement 1. Elif, if first condition is not true, then check the second condition. If a second condition is true, then only execute statement 2. If second condition also failed, then execute the statement 3. If, elif, yes. Like this you can check multiple conditions. Like this you can check multiple conditions. Are you guys able to understand my point? Are you guys able to understand my point? What is conditional statement here? If you want to execute your statements based on some condition, then we will go for conditional statements. If, elif, else. So if you want to check only one condition, if, else is required. If you want to check more than one condition, then if, elif is required. If, elif is required. Okay. All of you observe the syntax. Fi will represent here if is started, here Fi represents end of if. Conditional statements. Conditional statements are used to execute commands based on condition. So in the shell script, I am writing 10 commands. These 10 commands should be executed based on the condition. Now, let me go for script now. Let me go for my script now, shell script. Okay. So the thing is, I want to read two numbers and I want to check those two numbers are equal or not. Okay. So the requirement, read two numbers and check whether those numbers are equal or not. Read two numbers and check whether those numbers are equal or not. If numbers are equal, print both are equal. Otherwise, print both are not equal. So how to write a shell script for this? Read two numbers from the user and compare. Those two numbers are equal or not. Okay. So how can we do this? By using shell script. /bin then /bash. So I'm going to use echo enter first number. I can store that into a variable using read n1. then echo, then we will use enter second number, then I will use read N. Okay, then I want to compare those two numbers are equal or not. Okay, so if you want to check the condition, if $N1 hyphen EQ is used to compare those two numbers, EQ N1 equal to N2. Okay, then if this is true, then I will print echo both are equal. Both are equal. Else echo both are not equal. Both are not equal, then F. So see the shell script here. Read two numbers and check those two numbers are equal or. This is my requirement. Read two numbers and check whether those numbers are equal or not. So I am asking the user to enter the first number. I am asking the user to enter the second number. Then I am comparing if N1 equals to N2. Then print both are equal, else print both are not equal. Here you can use hyphen EQ or you can use double equals also. Double equals also will represent for comparison. Or you can use hyphen EQ, which will check equality, whether those two numbers are equal or not. All right. Are you clear with this script, guys? Are you clear with this script? How I am using if and else? Fi represents end of if. I already told that. Fi represents end of if. Here if is started. So here Fi means that is end of if. Yes, this bracket is a syntax. Hyphen EQ is for checking the equality, comparison. Hyphen EQ represents equality, that is used for comparison. Here, if is available, else available. If N1 equal to N2, then it will execute this statement. Both are equal. Else, then this statement will be executed. If Fi. If means starting of the if statement. Fi means end of the if statement. Starting of the if statement and end of the if statement. Are you clear? $N1 means number one. First number data we are accessing. Dollar is used to access the value of the variable. Abdullah, I think you are not concentrating on the class. I told multiple times what is variable, how to access the value of the variable. All right, let's try this one. vi05 compare dot sh. Okay, whatever the script we are writing, just copy this script and keep in the script file. Set of commands we are keeping in the file and we are executing. That is called shell script. All right. So save this file and execute. sh 505 compare.sh. Enter first number 5. Enter second number 6. Both are not equal. So is our script executed as expected? I have given two numbers. It is printing both are not equal. Now let me execute this again. Enter number 7. Enter number 7. Then both are equal. So are we able to use if and else statements here? Are we able to use if and else statements as expected? If else, if condition is true, it will check number 1 is equal to number 2 or not. If number 1 equal to number 2, that means true. If it is condition is true, then this statement will be executed. If this condition is not true, then this statement will be executed. So that is called conditional statements. Conditional statements are used to execute the commands based on the condition. So we are using if condition 1, then statement 1. Elif condition 2, then statement 2. If both conditions are not true, then execute else statement directly. Okay, good. Next one. I want to check whether user is eligible for vote or not. Okay, so can you write a shell script? Can you write a shell script? Read the age of the user. Read the age of the user and verify whether that user is eligible for vote or not. So the requirement is read user age and determine whether user is eligible for vote or not. Yeah, I want you people to write the script and send it to me. Read the age of the user, read the user age and determine whether user is eligible for vote or not. Come on. Make it fast. Come on, guys, are you able to do this? Read the user age and determine whether that user is eligible for vote or not. Yes. Now observe. I want to write the shell script for this. Slash bin slash slash. So we are using echo enter your age. Right? Store that into a variable read age. Right? Now I want to check user age is greater than 18 or not. Okay. So for this, we are going to use if condition dollar of age greater than -gt. Okay. 18. Then I will use echo eligible for vote. Eligible for vote. Else echo not eligible for vote. Is eligible for vote or not eligible for vote, we are going to represent like this and Fi. If eligible for vote, Fi not eligible for vote like this. Here for greater than you can use -gt or you can use this symbol also. If you use that symbol, that is also represents greater than. If you use -gt, that also will represent greater than. Anything is fine. So -gt that will represent greater. So we are reading the age of the user. If age is greater than 18, then eligible for vote, else echo not eligible for vote. Are you clear with my point? Are you clear with my point? If else. Okay, let me execute this one now. vi06 vote.sh. Let us keep our script inside this. If else, if this condition is true, then execute this statement. Else, then execute this statement. Now save this file. Okay. sh vote.sh. Enter your age 25, eligible for vote. Then vote.sh, suppose 15, not eligible for vote. So if your age is greater than 18, then it will say you are eligible for vote, else it is saying you are not eligible for vote. So I hope you got the clarity on what is if and else. I hope you got the clarity on what is conditional statement. If condition is true, then execute some statement. If condition is not true, then execute some other statement. Okay, good. Next one, another requirement is there. Read the number and check whether the number is positive number or negative number or it is 0. Requirement. Read a number and check type of number. Okay, is it positive or negative or 0? So this is my requirement. Can you write the script for this? This is my requirement. Can you write script for this? Read a number and check type of the number, whether it is positive number or whether it is negative number. Read a number and check type of number, whether it is positive or whether it is negative. Come on. Come on, guys. All of you, do it quickly. Read a number and check the type of the number. Read a number and check the type of the number. I want all of you to try. Write your script and send that script in the chat box. Okay, let us see this, guys. So here we need to check one condition or we need to check two conditions. We need to check one condition or we need to check two conditions here. Only one condition, huh? Or we need to check two conditions. Huh? Two conditions we need to check, right? So shebound, which is represents bin bash, then echo enter number, echo enter number, then we will use read command, read number n1. Echo is just to print a message, read is used to read the data. Okay, then check the condition. If dollar of n1 is it greater than 0? If it is greater than 0, then we will print the message saying that echo positive number. If it is not satisfied, elif dollar of n1 hyphen lt 0. If it is less than 0, then we will say echo, which is negative number. Else, finally, else echo. If both conditions are not true, then I will say it is 0. Finally, fi, which is representing end of if state. Read a number and check the type of the number, whether it is a positive number or whether it is a negative number or whether it is 0. So if you want to check only one condition, then we will go for if and else. So if you want to check more than one condition, then we will go for if and else. If and elif we are going to use. If number greater than 0, then we are saying it is positive number. If number less than 0, we are saying negative number. It is not positive, it is not negative. It is not greater than 0, it is not less than 0. Then else it is 0. This is the script for that. Are you clear? Are you guys clear with my point? Yes. Let me execute this script. Copy this. open editor, insert mode, and paste our script. Two conditions I'm checking by using if and elif. If both conditions are not satisfied, then it will execute our else statement directly. Save it, then run this. Enter number. I'm entering 2. So it is saying positive number. Okay. Then I will enter -9. It is saying negative number. So I'm entering number 0. It is saying it is 0. All the 3 test cases passed. So if I give a number 2, if I give the number as 2, it is saying that it is positive number. If I give the number as -9, it is saying negative number. When I give number as a 0, it is printing the number as 0. So I hope you understood what is conditional statement in the scripting. If condition true, then execute the statement, else execute some other statement. If condition is true, execute one statement. If condition is not true, then execute else statement. If you want to check more than one condition, then like this you can use if and elif also. You can use if and elif also. Yes. Look at this. We discussed about operators. Operators are used to perform some operation on the variables. Okay. Arithmetic operators available and comparison operators available. Okay. Conditional statements. Conditional statements are used to execute the commands based on the condition. This is the syntax for that. Checking the numbers are equal or not. Checking whether user is eligible for vote or not. Checking number is positive or negative or 0. Are you clear? No. Next, my requirement is print numbers from 1 to 10. Okay. Can you write a shell script which is going to print numbers from 1 to 10? My requirement is I want to print 10 numbers. My requirement is I want to print 10 numbers by using shell script. How you will do that? Come on. I want to print the numbers from 1 to 10 guys. I want to print the numbers from 1 to 10. Come on, guys. Yeah. In order to achieve this requirement, we can go for looping statements. Conditional statements are completed. The next one is looping statements, guys. Conditional statements means if condition is true, statement will execute only once. Okay. But the requirement is print the numbers from 1 to 10. For that, we need to go for looping statements. Loops are used to execute the statements multiple times. Loops are used to execute the statement multiple times. So we have two types of loops here, guys. One is called range based loop and second one is called conditional based loop. Like for loop comes under range based loop, while loop comes under conditional based loops. Okay, range based loop is available, conditional based loops also available. So if you want to execute any statement more than one time, then you can go for looping statements. If you want to execute any statement more than one time, then we can go for looping statements. Okay. I want to print the numbers from 1 to 10. Printing the number from 1 to 10 that can be achieved by using looping statement. Loops means iteration. Continuously, I want to perform some operation. Okay, so any statement is there, I want to execute that statement multiple times, then we can go for looping statements. So there are two types of loops available. One is called range based loop, second one is called conditional based loop. For loop comes under range based loop, while loop comes under conditional based loop. Okay, now for loop syntax will be available like this, guys. For loop syntax will be available like this. For here, initialization, for variable initialization, checking the condition and modification, then statements. So based on this condition and modification, these statements will be executed continuously. Okay, my requirement is print the numbers from 1 to 10. My requirement is print the numbers from 1 to 10. So for this, what is the script that we need to write? /bin/bash for loop. Okay, double brackets. I is equal to 1. I want to start from 1. Numbers up to 10, right? When I value is less than or equal to 10, I want to print it I plus plus. Okay, then do this echo. Let me print dollar of I. I is a variable. Then I'm going to say that. So initially I am using I value as 1. Then it will check the condition I less than or equal to 10. Yes, I is 1. 1 less than or equal to 10. Then okay. Then echo dollar of I. Dollar means to access the value of the variable. Dollar means it is used to access the value of the variable. Are you clear with my point? I represents value. I is 1, right? Here, I is equal to 1. I is a variable. If I value less than or equal to 10, here I is equal to 1. I is a variable. I is a variable. Then I less than or equal to 10. If I value less than or equal to 10, then condition satisfied. Then do the operation. Echo $I value 1. 1 will be printed. Then I plus plus. Plus plus means increment, guys. Every time I value will be incremented by 1. So first I value is 1. 1 will be printed. Then I value will be incremented. Then it will become 2. 2 less than or equal to 10. Condition satisfied. 2 will be printed. After printing 2, then 2 plus plus, it will become 3. 3 less than or equal to 10. Condition satisfied. 3 will be printed. 3 plus plus, it will become 4. 4 will be printed. And 4 less than or equal to 10. Up to 10 numbers will print. Then when the I value become 11, 11 less than or equal to 10, condition will fail. Then the loop will be terminated. So echo $I. It will execute multiple times. Are you getting my point? Do means do that operation. I value initialized with 1. I less than or equal to 10. I plus plus. Okay. Let us execute this, which is used to print the numbers from 1 to 10. Okay. For loop example, vi 08 for dot sh. So keep this here. Echo $I. I is a variable. $I means value of the variable. sh08 for. Now you see this printing numbers 1 to 10. This printing the numbers 1 to 10. Okay. This is the for loop example, which is used to print the numbers from 1 to 10. Now, can you guys try this one? Print the numbers from 10 to 1. I have given the script to print the numbers from 1 to 10. Then we need to print the numbers from 10 to 1. This one you can try as a task, guys, and we'll meet again in the next session. Okay, with this I'm stopping for today. We'll meet again in the next session. So we have the next session on Monday. So before coming to Monday, please do the practice. All right, good. Thank you, guys.